And could you also help me get up to speed after a quite of intense experience I had like half a year ago? I really like to catch up with the expansion I got when I had this intense experience then.
Well, we just want to explain how that intensity happened.
Yes.
So, whether it's wanted or not wanted, law of attraction is accomplishing momentum on subjects. So, when you find a way, meditation is an easy one, but appreciation is another one, of tapping in to the frequency of who you really are, when you focus together with your inner being, there's a synergy that is powerful. You're more powerful than a million who are not connected. In other words, it's really a powerful flow of energy. Well, you're perpetuating that through that belief. And you're perpetuating that through these words. It's that contrast that we were talking about. When you really find alignment, then anything that's not alignment does not feel good. But don't tell that story anymore. People often think, I've got something that's stuck. Something happened. Maybe I know about it, maybe I don't. But as a result of it, I'm stuck. And so now I'm trying to get unstuck. And so I feel like I need to get to the bottom of what's stuck. And we say, there is no bottom. The more you focus upon that, the more you just compound the momentum of that. And that's what you've been doing. It's almost the same as what a traumatic experience is. When something happens and it gets your attention in a big way, and then it keeps holding your attention in a big way, it takes a little longer to get past that. And so we always say to people when there's something that they want to not think about, and they say, I'm not going to think about that. The thing is, they're thinking about it while they're talking about not thinking about it. So you want to find something else to think about. And that's why meditation is such a really good tool for you. Because in meditation, you're not thinking about anything. And when you're not thinking about anything, you're not thinking about that. And when you're not thinking about that, the momentum of that subsides just a little every time. But more important, the momentum of who you really are begins to pick up until, before you know it, you've completely made the switch. Does that make sense to you?
It does make sense. I do meditate every day. And that...
Talk to us a little bit about that. So what's your process for meditation?
Sometimes listening to your meditation CD or just sit there and be quiet.
And how long? How long do you sit?
Like 15 minutes.
And what's your process? In other words, how do you know that you have quieted your mind? What is your experience like?
When I really feel I've quieted my mind. Well,
do you do it every time? Every time you sit to meditate, do you manage a quieted mind?
Sometimes I do. Not every time, like a very long time, but most of the times I do.
So here's what you're reaching for. A daily meditation. And every time quieting your mind. Even if it takes 18 of the 20 minutes to get there, quieting your mind for at least 20 minutes, where you begin to receive movement. When you begin to receive movement, that means that inner being is offering the impulse for you to move. It's not you that's offering that impulse to move. Your inner being is offering the impulse to move. And when that happens, your mind is quieted. It doesn't take very much of that. When you do that, you achieve a new set point. If you accomplish that, even for a week or two or three, you are vibrationally different than you were when you had that unsettling experience. And that unsettling experience must stop coming. It just has to. Law of attraction will not allow you to hold to you something that's not active within you. If you're feeling unsettled for as long as 6 months, for 6 months you've been predominantly holding that vibration. Which means you're not accomplishing in vibration what you think you are. But when you really do quiet your mind, there really is a movement in your vibration. There really is a movement in your point of attraction. And when you move just a little bit in your point of attraction, that changes your reception of everything. It changes the memories that you think about. It changes the things that come out of your mouth when you're in happy conversation. It changes your timing as you're moving through your days. Just a little bit of vibrational movement in your set point changes everything. So that 2 people or 10 people or a lot of people could be walking on a similar path, having many different experiences because they all have different vibrational points of attraction. So it is not helpful to say, I had this experience and I continue to have it, because it's not necessary that you continue to have any experience that you do not like. And the thing that causes you to continue to have the same experience that you do not like is that you keep talking about it or thinking about it, and therefore you keep it active. And in that activation, you don't let yourself go where your desire is. Instead, your belief holds you apart from that desire. So quieting your mind solves that, because quieting your mind circumvents your belief, because your belief is inactive. Now, it might be that when you come out of meditation that you go back to that belief, sort of, but you're never going to go back to that belief exactly as it was before when you've accomplished alignment with your inner being. Every moment that you are in alignment with your inner being changes every vibration that is hindering you. Did you hear that? It's really worth understanding. It's really worth knowing. It's so lovely when life keeps coming to you. Feels like it's coming at you, but life keeps coming to you because you keep calling it to you. And as you become more and more aware of how you're feeling when it comes, and you're able to adjust those feelings by thinking more deliberately, what begins to happen is everything in your point of attraction shifts enough that you begin having different experiences. So the better it gets, the better it gets, the better it gets, the better it gets, the better it gets. Now, we happen to know that you are having that experience, but it's so subtle that you're not able to notice it. The improvement is happening. That experience is lessening. Improvement is happening, but it will happen a lot faster if you quiet your mind more.